There's no second best in boxing. You're either a winner or a loser.
You can't beat a boy in sequins, a man in sequins, a northern boy in sequins.
I got dropped in one of my fights. It's horrible.
Articulate yourself and fight your corner.
I'm a baller. I get down, I get back up. You know, you do or die.
Girls love it, girls love it, girls lap it up.
My name's Drew and I'm a man. For the past 22 years I've been overthinking, questioning and picking apart my own masculinity, and I want to know, am I alone? I'm on a mission to find out how different men across the UK view and express their masculinity. I've headed up north to meet Ash.
I've always been, flamboyant. I'm from a place called Burnley, northern Milltown, just outside Manchester. And then coming to university as a platform, coming from such a northern Milltown, which is a step backwards almost in all senses, not just sense masculinity and sexuality, racism and homophobia. Coming to such a cultural city, such as Sheffield, which is so much more in touch with the arts and meeting like-minded people. These jeans are women's. Shoes are everything. You'll see here. Artist wigs, stuff like that. They go missing all the time, obviously, but I do like the whole take on another character, put a wig on. That's the best thing you'll wear. Liberating. The right hand side, like it's oddly, the way I organise it, it's like the more feminine. You want to say flamboyant. I'm really into my hip hop music, so in that sense, when I'm out and about, I like that to resonate. Coming to university, getting into disco, obviously the party scene. Got like red number, but a Barry Gibb shirt we call it. Obviously go with my party boots on a weekend. That's if we've got a proper disco, good disco night. There's no knobheads there, people are there for the music. You're part of the music, it's nice.
I wanted to meet Ash's girlfriend, Karis, to find out what it's like to date someone whose unconventional masculinity makes him stand out from the crowd.
It is weird, you do actually get quite a lot of comments with people. I remember like being out with you once and someone said something and I was like the first person to jump to your defence, and you're very kind of nonchalant about it, whereas I get really defensive. I hate it. I hate seeing the way some people look at you. You're more masculine almost for embracing a part of you that's, you know, this feminine whatever side, to me makes you more masculine and is the most attractive thing about you.
With such a creative and distinctive dress sense, I wondered, what are some of the reactions Ash gets from those who aren't a fan of the Cuban heels?
You get called gay a lot, but then you can bypass it, either ignore it or bypass it and stand your bit of confidence, stand your corner and pull out lines. You can say, oh, shite more girls than you ever would in a lifetime, and then 9 times out of 10 that'll show them up in front of their mates and then stop them in the tracks.
Ash gives off something that I think even the most manliest of men would be jealous of: confidence. After visiting a man who embraces the feminine, I went to Spartan's gym in Southampton, where Richard Soxy Martin revolves his life around one of the most testosterone-fueled sports out there, boxing.
I've been boxing approximately 3 years professionally. I've won the English novice title, the British Southern Area, and I've just won the EBA Southern Area last week. I had my little girl, which was a major inspiration to me 3 years ago to keep fit, get fit, turn my life around. I used to be in a bit of trouble when I was younger, so just to keep me focused, keep me working, keep me out of trouble.
With the connotations of boxing being a glorious display of masculinity, I wanted to hear from Soxy what it really takes to be a boxer.
It's the loneliest sport imaginable. If you haven't put the road hours in, you get in that ring and you fall short, it's lonely. Every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, I do my strength and conditioning work. I then have to work during the day because fighting doesn't sustain my lifestyle. And I also coach as well, kids and the up and coming fighters at the club. I trained and boxed for my daughter. And when you go home and my 3-year-old daughter asks me how I got on, you've got to tell her you've lost. It's a sucky feeling. It's nice to win with to be humble, but when you lose, you've got to be even more humble.
I'm about to meet Liam, who in October of this year composed a tweet that went viral. The tweet stated that after being told to man up, a month later, Liam had tragically tried to take his own life.
I didn't want to talk to my friends about it because I didn't think it was their problem, and I didn't want to seem that I was like annoying them in any way, and I didn't want to burden them with my problem. For 14 days I started drinking every day. I was doing far too many drugs. I couldn't think of anything to say to my friends. I didn't want to appear. Sadly, I didn't want them to think that they should look after me. And towards the end, the one way that I could actually feel like I would be happy was if I didn't live. So after those 14 days, I thought that what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in front of a train. People worry about kids playing with guns and teenagers watching violent videos. We are scared that some sort of culture of violence will take them over. Nobody worries about the kids listening to thousands, literally thousands of songs about broken hearts, rejection, pain, misery and loss. The unhappiest people I know, romantically speaking, are the ones who like pop music the most. I don't know whether pop music has caused this unhappiness, but I do know they've been listening to sad songs longer than they have been living the unhappy life.
Sadly, Liam's story is not unique. In the UK, men are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women. I asked Liam how he managed to do what most men struggle with, open up about his mental health.
I've been through each side of the spectrum. I've been the rugby player, one of the lads. I've been like the music maker and the poetry guy who talks about his emotions. But you can be any side of that spectrum, and you can always talk to someone else, because someone will always want to talk to you. They don't want to see you in a state where you don't feel like you can't live anymore.
Society's been telling boys to man up and suppress emotions for far too long. It's clear that men can express their masculinity in many different ways, but one thing is certain: talking about how you feel doesn't make you any less of a man. The ideal man simply doesn't exist.